Hi there, everyone. My name is Josh. Welcome to another workout. Today, we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to slow things down, and we're going to put a heavy focus on our core. Now, when I say core, I'm not just talking about your awesome six-pack. I'm talking about the whole core region, meaning your abdominals, your obliques, your back muscles, your lower mid-back, as well as your inner core muscles that you don't even see. The purpose of those inner core muscles is one thing: stabilization, specifically of the spine to prevent injury. So in everything we're doing here, we are focusing on stabilization. These are not going to be big, heavy movements. We won't be doing Russian twists here, okay? We don't want to be grinding our spine into itself. We want to be focused on stabilizing slow movements for strength. So that next time your kid knocks something off the counter and you got to dive after it, you aren't going to hurt yourself. Your core muscles will already know what to do. All right, so we're going to jump into a really quick warm-up. Just get our body kind of moving a little bit. If you're a little stiff, it'll help you get things going. And then we're going to learn 4 essential core moves that I think are going to serve you really, really well. All right, let's jump into a warm-up here. Just a light march on the spot here. We're going to take our arms forward and back to the side, just kind of opening up the chest a little bit. Very slow, getting our feet moving just a little bit. The pace here is going to be completely different. The focus here is going to be completely different than some other workouts. Technique here is the most important thing, okay? There we go. Let's bring the arms forward and back like this. Just bring it out in front and then behind. Awesome, good stuff. So what I want you to do now, nice reach on either side. Focus here is not just on twisting, it's on rotating that whole torso. Again, starting already with focusing on the core, keeping that engaged right from the get-go. Get a nice reach in there. There you go. Nice job. All right, let's do a really quick posture check as we go into some squats here, okay? We want to make sure our chest is nice and long here. This means that our shoulders are back and relaxed. Our tailbone, we're not on Instagram. We're not sticking it out like this. We also don't want it hunched in like this. Whoa, right there. Just a little bit like it's pointing upwards just slightly. Forces the core to be there. That's a perfect body position. And we want to maintain that no matter what we're doing today, okay? So let's do some very slow squats. And up, reach to the sky, and back down, and up to the sky. Ooh, get that body ready for some movement here. Let's do one more. Up, perfect. And down, let's go to the side, okay? Awesome job. Again, even as you squat, we're maintaining that good body position, keeping our chest long, our back strong, core engaged, all of these things. All right, and back to center. One more time, straight up and down. Let's take a couple deep breaths. All right, let's just roll the shoulders just a little bit, warm those up a little bit here. Let's do some little arm circles, starting small and getting bigger. And then we're going to go the other way to bring it back in. All right. How you feeling? You feeling a little bit warmed up? Let's do a couple more things here. I want you to put your arms straight out in front of you. We're just do a little rotation. Okay, focus here again, body position, keeping everything stable. We're just focused on keeping our core engaged, moving slowly and controlled, kind of prepping our body for what's coming next. Couple more. Good stuff. All right, let's bring it back to center and let's jump into our first move. We're gonna pull out a mat today, and you also might need one set of weights, very, very light. And the other thing with these weights is make sure they're flat-sided, okay? No rounded weights. You're gonna see why later, okay? If you don't have anything like that, I want to assure you, you can do this without weight. It might actually be better to start without weight because it's quite a challenging move. But let's pull out our mat and let's go into the first move, one of the most iconic, the most important. If there's any, like if you only do one core move, maybe this is the one to do. It's the plank. So everyone knows a plank. There's so many millions of modifications. I'm not going to spend too long here because everyone knows it. But when we're talking about a plank, I'm going to show you full extension here. Arms are straight down below your shoulders. The most important thing, no matter whether you're doing it from the knees, from the arms, from your forearms like this or like this, the most traditional way to do it, there's a few fundamentals. Number one, what is your torso doing? What are you doing with your core? That's obviously the focus of this whole thing. So if we are here in a traditional plank position, are we letting our back sag? No. Are we letting ourselves become a teepee? No. Everything is nice and flat, nice and strong. Think about clenching your glutes just a little bit. What this will help do is it kind of brings your pelvis in, forces your core to engage, and it makes sure that you don't get caught sticking it out like that. Glute engage, pulls everything in. The other big one is don't let your head sag. Keep your head up, keep looking at something just a little bit ahead of you, with, again, whatever posture you're doing it from. So let's give it a try. We're gonna start when you're doing planks, short amounts of time. Let's do just 20 seconds with a 10 seconds rest and then 20 seconds again. We'll do that a couple times, okay? Let's start a plank in 3, 2, 1. Focus really hard on your body position here, okay? Everything should be engaged all the way down, even into your thighs, your hamstrings. But this is such a great move. 2, 1. Let's take 10 seconds rest. Come down. 10 seconds rest. This is such a great move for your lower back as well. All right. In 3, 2, 1. Let's do another 20 seconds. Just holding that plank. Holding everything stable. There you go. Good work. Are you keeping your head up? Are you feeling it already? Again, from the knees like this. Look, my body position doesn't actually change. 2, 1. All right, let's take 10 seconds rest. I want to point out what I was saying. Even from the knees, your body position is really not changing at all. It's almost as challenging. Let's do another 20 seconds starting now. Oh, getting a little harder now. Good work. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. All right, let's come up. Take some deep breaths. I want to reiterate, you can do this against a wall like this, or you can do it on a chair, with your hands again directly below your shoulders. The fundamentals stay the same, and trust me, it's still difficult to do it on something like that as it is to do it on a mat like this. With planks, start with short amounts of time doing it correctly. Multiple sets of short times are going to be better than trying to push yourself to do a full minute or something like that. That being said, let's try and do a little longer. We did 20 seconds. Let's go for, can we do 35 seconds? Add 15 seconds? Let's do it. And then we'll move on to the next move. All right, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. We're doing 35 seconds here. Again, from the knees, totally good. If you want to do it full extension like this, takes a little bit of the pressure off, a little bit easier, totally good. Doing it from the knees with full extension is totally good. There's a million ways to do the plank, a million different optimizations and modifications. The best thing about it though is that it works your whole core region, not just your abdominals. Let's do a couple more seconds. 2, 1, awesome job, good work. Planking, I love it. One of my favorite things to do is plank when the Canucks are on the penalty kill. Watching a hockey game, Canucks take a penalty. Oh, shoot. Me and my mom, we drop down, we try and plank during the penalty kill. Penalty kills are 2 minutes long, so we really hope that there's lots of whistles. But it's such a great thing to do. It's so good for, again, that whole region. Stability, strength, so important. Let's move to our next move. Why did I put the mat away? We need it back out. We are going to go to our friends in yoga here and do bird dog, okay? Bird dog, we're going to get down on all fours here, okay? Again, your spine is nice and long. We are not getting caught sinking it in like this or sticking it up like this. Nice and flat with your tailbone pointing just slightly upwards. Slightly. Again, not arcing it too much. Arms are directly below your shoulders. Knees are directly below your hips. We're going to start simple. One arm, bringing it out, keeping everything else in your body stable and square. We don't want to get tilting over or anything like that. Let's do each arm slowly all the way up like this. I'm starting with my right arm, bringing it up, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Slowly to the ground. Let's do our left arm, slowly up. All the way up, 3, 2, 1. Back down. One arm, but it's harder than it looks, huh? To keep everything square and stable. Let's go to our legs. We're gonna extend them out straight. Big key here, don't open the hips. Keep the hips square. Let's do it. I'm starting with my left leg. I'm gonna bring it up, watch my hips. They're staying square. 3, 2, 1, and slowly back down. And let's do our other leg. All the way up. Hold it at the top. 3, 2, and 1. Some people get caught thinking they gotta lift that leg up really high, and that's when you get caught opening the hip up. We wanna close our hip, keep it square, so only bring the leg up as far as you're comfortable, okay? Let's take it up a notch. Engage your brain a little bit, both sides of your brain. We're gonna do one hand with the opposite leg, the one that's kitty corner, okay? So for me, that's my right arm and my left leg. Let's do it. Bringing both up in unison, all the way to the top. Hold it here, 3, 2, 1, and bringing it back down slowly to the ground. These are not moves that we're doing at high speed, okay? Let's do the other side. All the way up. 3, 2, 1. Back down. Let's go back to the right-hand side. Or for me, I'm gonna do my right arm with my left leg. Let's do it again. Slowly up and hold. 3, 2, 1. Back down. Let's go again on the other side. Left leg, or left arm, right leg. Up. 3, 2, 1. And bring it back down. If you are doing this for the first time, I would start what we did at the beginning, just doing one arm at a time, one leg at a time, before progressing into doing one of each. Because it's a very technical move, and again, you gotta think in order to do it correctly. So that's the second one, bird dog. It's awesome. You know what? We only did that a couple times. Let's go, what, 2 more, 3 more each side? Let's go 3 more each side. We can do that. Good body position. Let's go up. 3, 2, 1, and down. Double check where your spine is. Double check your body position. If you have a mirror and you can do this in front of the mirror, let's go the other side. All the way up. Please do it in front of a mirror. Makes a huge difference. 3, 2, 1, and slowly back down. That's 1. Let's go again. Other side. Up. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down to the ground. Let's go to the other side. And up. 3, 2, 1, and slowly to the ground. One more each side, then we're gonna flip it over onto our backs. All the way up. 3, 2, 1, and down. Last time here. Other side all the way up. 3, 2, 1, and back down to the ground. Excellent. That's 2 moves down, 2 to go. We're gonna take that move, we're gonna flip it onto our back, and we're gonna do the exact same thing, but from our back now. This is called dead bug. Don't ask me where they got these names, because I don't know. Yoga people, all right? That's my explanation. So, same posture as before. Arms are straight out in front of us. Knees are directly up from the hips. Last thing we're gonna check here is your lower back. If you have an arc in your lower back, you can get a hand or something underneath, that's a problem. We wanna force our lower back into the ground with our core. So push that lower back down and get in this posture. Even just holding this posture, you should feel that core start to go right away. Again, just like before, we're gonna start with one hand at a time, one leg at a time before doing both, all right? So let's bring one arm down. Only go as low as you can go without compromising your form, okay? All the way to the ground and back up. If you can only go part way down, let's go to our other hand. If you can only go part way down, then only go part way down. Keeping good form is gonna be way more important than trying to force yourself and do it wrong. All right, or more dangerously hurt yourself. All right, so we did both arms. Let's do our legs. One leg down as far as you can go. Oh, baby. There you go, bringing it up. Let's go again, back down. Oh, even just holding this one here is so challenging. Forces your core to engage, but it's good for your back, it's good for everything. This one requires a lot of strength. That's why it's the next step above bird dog. Once you've mastered and feel comfortable with bird dog, you can do it without shaking. Then flip it over onto the back and do this one, the dead bug. Let's try it a couple times, maybe just 2 each side, where we're gonna do the arm and the leg at the same time, okay? So get back in that posture. The lower back is pressed into the ground. I'm gonna do my right hand and my left leg all the way down to the ground. But again, if you can't go all the way to the ground, don't force yourself there and compromise your spinal position. Only go as low as you're comfortable. Left hand, right leg, down, nice and slow, and back up. The other key to this one is don't rush it. Let's go back to the right hand, left leg. Oh, baby, I'm feeling this one. And up. Good work. All right, if I'm feeling that one, that means you probably are too. 2 or 3 each side is plenty to begin with on that one because it is so challenging and it is so technical. Focusing, again, on posture being the most important thing here. The last move we're gonna learn today, let's pull out those weights if you've got them. I have a whole 2.5 pounds in each hand here. If you have no weight, that's almost better to begin with. 2.5, maybe 5 pounds, maybe. But I'd probably start, if this move is new to you, with no weight at all. We are gonna get in a full extension plank position, which means our arms are straight and they're straight below our shoulders. This can be done as I'm doing it now from the knees, or you can go into this position. If you're gonna be here, I'd recommend a wide stance because this requires a lot of stability. To have your feet together like we'd normally do with a plank, it's just extremely challenging. That's like the next level. I'm gonna do it wide stance like this, but like I said, from the knees is totally good. From this position, we are simply going to lift that weight into a row. Nice and slow, and back down. Now you wanna give it a try, and you're gonna notice right away, hold on, that 2.5 pounds is feeling a little heavier than I thought, because stabilizing your core and lifting a little weight like that is harder than it looks. The other thing is, technique-wise, what are your hips doing here, okay? Think about your hips. Your instinct as you go to lift this weight is going to be to pop that hip open, and you're gonna end up doing this. I want you to focus on keeping everything perfectly square. Don't let your hips move an inch, all right? As soon as you do that, you're gonna find, oh, holy cow, this is a lot tougher than I thought. Let's try and do 3 each side, okay? Keeping that head up as well. That's 1, and that's 1. Think about those hips. Oh yeah, this is hard. That's 2, and that's 2. Let's go 1 more here, each side. Nice and slow. That's 3, and that's 3. Again, this can be done with no weight at all. And the reason I've asked for flat weights is so that you can put, if you don't have a mat or something like that, you can put them on the ground and they're not gonna roll around. They're gonna stay nice and steady, all right? That move is what we call a linked movement, meaning, in short, multiple muscle groups have to work together in unison. Your brain has to work hard, but it stabilizes everything, and again, that core region. I remember I had a friend who was teaching this class, and she found someone who was super strong, came to class all the time, and she's teaching this move, and she's just in this position. And she comes along and says, okay, let's see you do a row. And she goes, I can't. Well, why? What's wrong? She said, I can't move. My brain won't let me. Every time I go to lift this, everything opens up. She said, you told me to keep it square, and I can't keep it square. Even for the best, this move is challenging. That's why starting from the knees, like this, and focusing on doing it correctly from the knees like this is such a great way to start before progressing to doing it from the feet. Let's try and do 3 more on each side, all right? That's 1, and that's 1. That's 2, and that's 2. 1 more each side. That's 3. Oh, baby. And that's 3. Awesome job. You'll notice through all 4 movements, our spine remained in almost the exact same position. That is a key. We want to make sure that in everything, we are keeping you as healthy as possible. These moves are highly functional. They are going to benefit you in your daily life. So we got the plank from the top. Again, you can do it on a rest, on a chair, something like that, on a dresser. Bird dog, where we're on all 4s here, focusing again on keeping our back in proper position and keeping everything square and stable as we go up and we go down. We've got dead bug, where we flip it over and do the exact same move on our back. Makes it way harder. And then we've got the renegade rows, focusing on a linked movement, keeping things in slow motion, keeping those hips and everything as square as possible. You do a few of those a couple times a week, all 4 of those, oh my goodness, you're gonna notice an enormous difference in your core strength, and that's gonna show up in your everyday life. All right, let's do a really quick stretch here. We're just gonna take our shoulder across here. Because believe it or not, when we're doing a lot of this core stuff, your shoulders are under strain here too. I know this was a little different. I know this was a bit of a change of pace, a little more teaching, a little less go, 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 go. But it's so important to learn these moves. They're so helpful for you. I'm glad you tuned in. What we're gonna do here is I want you to very slowly reach down to your left foot here, keeping that tailbone high. Again, we're not arching our back. Maintain that same position, only going as low as you're comfortable. Okay? Then slowly drift across to the other side here, okay? To the other side. Slow, 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 slow. Not all exercise has to be high speed to be challenging. All right, let's go back to center and bring it very slowly all the way up. Core engaged, spine stays in good posture. Let's go all the way up. Stretch it out at the top. Bring those arms down. We're gonna take one arm, reach it at a 45-degree angle. We're not turning into a letter C here. 45-degree angle, reaching upwards. And arm back down. Another arm up. Reach, 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 reach. And bring it back down. All right, take the hands behind. Open up the chest. Awesome. Let's finish with some deep breaths in at the bottom, out at the top, okay? And one more. That is all I have for you. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. My name's been Josh. Feel free to share this with your friends. Like and subscribe. We've got so many amazing instructors and videos on this channel, so check all those out. And we'll see you in the next one. Have an awesome day.